What up, Bills Mafia? What up, Miami Dolphins fans? I'm glad you guys are tuning in today because I have a great show literally lined up for y'all. And as we get into it right now, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. It's literally the only way Bills fans, any fans, see this channel. It's crazy, but that's how it works. So please subscribe and like this baby. So right off the bat, guess what's happening on Sunday? I'm wearing a special Hawaiian shirt just for the occasion. The Buffalo Bills are playing the Miami Dolphins. And guess what, Miami Dolphins fans? Guess who's coming to town? Guess who's coming home? Your dad. Your daddy's coming home. And you know what y'all been doing since all off season, since last time we beat your ass in the playoffs, since we beat your ass the last time before that? You know what y'all been doing every single time? Mouthing. You've been mouthing the entire time. The Miami Dolphins fans are the most toxic, delusional fan base in the NFL. And you Dolphins fans know you are. And I know why. It's because they're from Miami. They're surrounded by people rolling around in Ferraris, Lambos, and rich, cool people. So just to even fit in and feel good about themselves, they have to lie to themselves in their head just so they can get through the day. So if they have to do that to get through the day, then you know they're going to be doing that about their football team. And that's what you guys do. That's what you do. And you've been mouthing this entire time. You guys are awful. So when daddy gets home, your daddy, Josh Allen, you guys are going to get belted. You're going to get belted. You're going to be leaving with bruises on that ass, just like you do every single year. You do this every single year. Dolphins fans do this every single year. They mouth. And then Josh Allen goes in, belts them, puts them in their place for like 2 weeks, and then they start mouthing again. Then they just start the process all over again. One thing I'm really liking about this game that's coming up, I think that's very favorable for the Bills, is that we're playing a team who just came off a 70-point victory. Woo-hoo, that's so good for us. If the hardest thing is to play a team who just came off a big loss, the best thing is to play a team who came off a huge victory. That means that you guys are going to be arrogant and cocky as much as you're going to be, and Bills see that 70-point score, and we're going to be honed, focused, and driven on this game. We will not be overlooking you like we do the Jets every gosh damn year. And when you guys did beat the Denver Broncos 70, you guys scored 70 points, which is a hell of a lot. Denver is one of the worst teams in the NFL. Absolutely putrid. You have to admit, whenever you guys did beat Denver, you guys were in the 120-degree Miami heat. And that, I will tell you guys, that is a home field advantage. I used to think playing in the cold was the best home field advantage. But after Buffalo was sucking oxygen last year and you guys barely won, Stephon Diggs, multiple players were on the sidelines getting stretched with cramps, just gassed. I think that is the best home field advantage in the NFL. I know Denver's got that altitude. I know Buffalo's got that cold, but you can always bulk up. You can always dress warm for the winter. But you know what? You cannot stop gasping for air and becoming dehydrated when you're in that Miami heat. And so what I'm going to show y'all now is the actual record. Let's see. Where has Josh Allen been for these Miami Dolphins fans who are just cocky and mouthy as hell non-stop? Check it out. Do you see here? Win, one loss. Barely, and then we won again. Josh Allen is 8-2 versus the Miami Dolphins. He never loses. The only time he did lose was his very first game versus the Miami Dolphins his rookie year. And that's when we had Kelvin Benjamin, Isaiah McKenzie, and who knows who else. And then you know what happened that next game? What was it? 2 weeks later, when we played the Miami Dolphins again, what did Josh Allen do to them? Beat that ass 42-17. Okay. 42-17, drumming, belting, like he always does and we always do versus the Dolphins. And the one time that we did lose last year, I mean, it was a fluke. They barely won because Josh Allen missed one wide open pass that uncharacteristically dropped like 10 yards before it hit a wide open Isaiah McKenzie in the end zone. And our players were dehydrated. I mean, other than that, look at this record, guys. You've gotten smoked and thumped and belted this entire era of Josh Allen. So why are you so cocky and mouthy? Why couldn't you be like Buffalo was and the Jets are? When we sucked or we hadn't beat the Patriots in years, we didn't just come out saying we're going to win, talking shit all the damn time. We just said, hey, we're probably going to lose, but I hope we win. Y'all are not that way. That's why you're delusional. That's why you're fake fans. And what we do is just have to ignore you. And the only way to fix it is just come in and belt that ass again year after year. So one thing that stood out to me was what Coach McDermott said about the Miami Dolphins offense. He said the Miami Dolphins offense was revolutionary. You know what that means? That means Coach McDermott has figured out what you guys have been doing that's been working and so good against these other teams this year. That's a problem for you. Coach McDermott is a brilliant head coach and a brilliant defensive coordinator. Don't forget, guys, don't forget, Buffalo, Coach McDermott's defense set the blueprint down last year for slowing down Kansas City's offense. And how he did that and how we beat the Chiefs almost every time except for the playoffs is what he did to set that blueprint for Mahomes was he ended up taking the deep ball away. He forced Mahomes to be patient and to take several risky underneath passes up and down the field, which gives you more opportunity for mistake, causes frustration, makes you want to get antsy and throw the ball and make a mistake. And he did that for Mahomes. And so if he's saying you guys are revolutionary, that means he's figured out why. He's not just saying you're a new offense. He didn't use the word revolutionary just for the shits and giggles of it. He found something that he really respects about what your offense has been doing. And I mean, one thing, I can agree with you guys have had a good offense so far. But at the end of the day, every offense gets figured out no matter what. And Coach McDermott can set the blueprint against Mahomes and slowing down that offense. You damn sure he can set the blueprint for Tua Tagovailoa and his fucking phenomenal cray-cray receivers like Tyreek Hill, who's an absolute fucking freak of nature. So what is it that Coach McDermott might be doing? Let's check into what Coach McDermott might be doing. And before I get right there, this is something that really stood out to me on Twitter, was there's Miami Dolphin fans mouthing all over Twitter. You know how they do. But he said, the only player I'm worried about for Buffalo, here it is. Yeah, he said, the only player I'm worried about for Buffalo was Matt Milano and his dirty ass hits. I mean, that is so full. That guy's so full of shit. Matt Milano doesn't hit anybody dirty. He just is fast as hell, built like the Incredible Hulk, and sneaks up on you and blindsides you into ribs. Ask Mike White. Ask Tua. Like, those aren't dirty hits. He doesn't do head-to-head. He just hits you hard as hell. So what we're going to do is, and then whenever we're coming up and we're talking about this Coach McDermott defense that he is going to set the blueprint for these Miami Dolphins with, Buffalo Bills, just versus the Commanders, they became the first team since Dallas in 1985 to record 9 sacks and 4 interceptions in a single game. Buffalo's defense is one of the best, most opportunistic in the NFL. And we got a new young stallion, stud, white Matt Milano, coming in Terrell Bernard. Buffalo Bills, we lead the league in interceptions, Miami. We lead the league in interceptions with 7. We are also second in sacks with 12. And there's more numbers to our offense as well. We have the number 2 red zone defense in the league. And I think that we are number 2 in the NFL with points allowed. And so if you think you're going to be able to come run up on us like you did the Denver Broncos, where you got 5 players falling down trying to tackle one guy, you're mistaken. So what's going to happen? What is Coach McDermott going to do to set this blueprint for little Tua? What he's going to do is what I want him to do is I want him to force throws to the sideline. Tua cannot hit those. You have to take away that middle of the field where Tua thrives and take that away 100%. Give them the chance of running over the top of you. Fine, whatever. But make sure you take that side, you force them to the sidelines, and you force them to throw in the middle of the field. Cover that. Just cover that. And at all times, 100% of the time, double Tyreek Hill. Why is it so much more difficult to throw to the sidelines of a field? Because you can see right here, when you're throwing to the middle, you throw to the middle, that's a 30-yard pass. You throw to the sidelines just 30 yards away, that's a 42-yard pass, which is 41% farther. And it takes more aim because the boundary is also a defender. And they don't have multiple ways to get a ton of yak because they have to go straight or back inwards right. That's why I want to take away the middle of the field. Here is Tua's success rate, passing direction. This is last season. 2,184 yards in the middle of the field, 589 to the left side of the field, and 775 to the right side of the field. He can't throw to the boundaries. Either he can't, well, obviously, he can every once in a while. Like of course you can find a pass, but when you compare 589 yards to 2,184 yards, that is 75% fewer passes towards the left side of the field. It's important. Let's get him there. The Buffalo Bills defense has allowed a touchdown on just 2 of the last 31 drives this offense or this season. That ranks second in the NFL. Defensive blitz versus sack percentage. You can see Buffalo way up here on the right. What that means is that we are lowest in the league at 10% down here on percentage of blitzes, but highest in the league at getting to the quarterback and sacking the quarterback. Tremendous. And trust me, what we're going to do is Coach McDermott is going to blitz Tua. He pretty much only goes off his first read anyways. So the likelihood that he's going to be able to have time to stand back there and diagnose his second, third, and fourth read and figure out who's actually not being covered because we're blitzing somebody is low. So hit him, beat him, belt him, make him feel the pressure, and blitz him. I want him sore. I want him injured. Tua, I'm not saying I want him knocked out or anything. I just want him to feel the heat. He was knocked out in game 4 of last year. This is game 4. Ron Rivera. So one thing I really like about when we just go in there and Josh Allen puts his skills on display is what he says. So keep this in mind, Miami. Nobody ever said this about Tua, but Ron Rivera on the defenses on the D's pass rush. Josh Allen got into our heads after the first couple series. There's a frustration that comes with it when you feel you should be making a sack. It gets to guys. You're close, but you can't get there. And we've all seen that. We know that's what's going to happen. That's pretty much what makes Josh Allen special. Whether our offensive line is performing far above expectations. But even if we do have a bad offensive line, whenever that can show up, whenever the pressure does come, Josh Allen's practically more dangerous on the run, avoiding the sack. One last thing I want to put in there, I want to program in there for the Bills to do is I want us to use ball control. The Miami Dolphins don't have a good rushing attack, a run defense. They're like middle of the pack or lower. I want to keep James Cook cooking, man. If we can control the ball, control the time clock, and keep their offense off the field, then that is a surefire way to win. And with how good James Cook has been running, 126 yards 2 weeks ago, 98 rushing yards last week. The dude's just getting started. He's elite. He's going to be a special player for this Bills offense. Man, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in today. I had to get up here and put this Miami Dolphins video up because there's no other game that I have such annoyance, hatred for another team. Like, it ain't even the Patriots, man. Patriots fans are cool, if you ask me. Like, they cool, whatever. But Dolphins fans, the delusional toxicity that they show is just reprehensible. It deserves zero respect. It deserves zero respect. Stop saying that there's a chance they could beat us. Stop saying that. They've done it once, twice since Josh Allen's been there. And they got to prove it first. They can't beat us. They're not going to beat us. The mouthiness is going to get that payback when Josh Allen shows up to belt that ass. All right, Bills Mafia. All right, Miami Dolphins fans. It's fun hanging out with y'all. I want to get y'all to please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Get this thing out there. And last but not least, I want to tell you guys to have a great, beautiful day today. Go Bills.